Before we get into today's video, I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the recent and untimely passing of Todd Snider. He was 59 years old, and he devoted his life completely to music, performance, and just trying to make people happy. And, I only recently started listening to Todd, and I gave a few reactions on the channel, and I quickly learned that not only is Todd immensely skilled, but he has this rare gift, this rare ability to seamlessly blend honesty with humor in his storytelling, and he would tell stories that would touch very deeply on aspects of our humanity in such a way that people would actually feel truly understood and connected to him because of that understanding and each other. I mean, it's a rare person who's able to do that, and when they're gone, their absence is felt. And I can only imagine how many of you longtime fans and listeners of Todd must be feeling now. You've been listening to him for decades potentially, have seen him at shows and maybe even spoken to him behind the scenes. My heart goes out to you, and I hope today we can use this video not only as just a reaction, but a small tribute to a man who really left a mark on so many. So in that spirit, today we're going to be checking out 3 different performances of his, which each should show a different side of what made him special. First, we'll check out a performance of his during the Bob and Tom show. I believe this is some sort of radio show that he participated on. Then we'll hear a performance from his side project titled Elmo Buzz and the East Side Bulldogs, which I believe came to be because there are restrictions in how often a performer can perform in certain venues in East Nashville, or just Nashville in general. So he had to go out of his way to create a new pseudonym for himself to perform. So we'll hear that second. And then lastly, we'll hear a performance of his as part of the supergroup Hard-Working Americans. I hope you guys are excited to check this out alongside me. And let's honor his memory together. Thank you to Gila the Wise for sponsoring this video today and bringing these songs and Todd to my attention initially. It is much appreciated, and there's still more Todd for us to enjoy in the future. So we'll look forward to that. But without further ado, let's jump in.
Let's see, there's a dusty old pile of vinyl records sitting on my floor. I've played each one of them over and over at least 12 times or more. All I've got is this beat-up chair, this mattress, this fork, and this other fork to spare, and this dusty old pile of records on my floor. I've got Willie Whalen and Woody Guthrie, Jimmy Buffett, Lyle Lovett, and Bobby Gentry, Jerry Jeff, Bob Dylan, Donnie Fritz, The Dead and the Doors, Patrick Cline, John Prine, and more. I got Jackson Brown, Towns Van Zandt, Zeppelin, Leonard Skinner, Harry Chapin, got Clark Van Halen, got Rita, Chris, Keith Sykes, and Country Joe when he was singing with the Fish. I got Emmylou, U2, and Arlo, James Taylor, Jimmy Rogers, Hank Williams, and Mojo Nixon, Hendrix, Haggard, and a whole lot more.
I'd have to slow it down and check him off.
Records sitting on my floor.
He's so fast with his delivery too.
One time in San Francisco, I was standing in the airport line. In one bag I had all my old clothes, and the other was all them records of mine. The lady said I could only bring one bag, and I had to. Oh, drag, I had to jump on the plane and leave all my clothes behind. But I got a Willie Whalen and a Woody Guthrie, Jimmy Buffett, Lyle Lovett, and Bobby Gentry, Jerry Jeff, Bob Dylan, Donnie Fritz, The Dead and the Doors, Patsy Cline, John Prine, and more. I got Jackson Brown, Towns Van Zandt, Zeppelin, Leonard Skinner, Harry Chapin, got Clark Van Halen, got Rita, Chris, Keith Sykes, and Country Joe when he was singing with the Fish. I got Emmylou, U2, and Arlo, James Taylor, Jimmy Rogers, Hank Williams, and Mojo Nixon, Hendrix, Haggard, and a whole lot more. I got all the Booker T's, Tom T. Halls, Bobby Bear, Belafonte, and the New York Dolls, Billy Joe, Jimmy Croce, Kiss, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, John June, and a Roseanne Cash. I got Forbert, From, Holt, Sam, and Dave, T-Birds, Yardbirds, Stevie Ray, and if you're one of the 10 or 12 people that bought my third album, you might have figured out already. Then I got piles and piles and piles of Tom Petty in that dusty old stack of vinyl records sitting on my floor. Third record didn't do very well.
to write a refrain with that many artists appended just back to back to back to back and remember that entire order, that is amazing. That tells you right there that Todd is such a lover of music. And I want to do the due diligence and just figure out all of the artists that I know from the list he mentioned here. So he has Willie Whalen and Woody Guthrie. I don't know if I've reacted to any Woody Guthrie on the channel. Maybe one song, so that one isn't as familiar to me. Jimmy Buffett, Lyle Lovett, and Bobby Gentry, Jerry Jeff, Bob Dylan. We did one Bob Dylan on the channel, and I think one Jerry Jeff too. The Dead, who I think he's referring to the Grateful Dead. The Doors, Patsy Cline, John Prine. I know some John Prine. Jackson Browne. We did an album reaction to Jackson Browne. Townes Van Zandt. I don't know. Zeppelin. I know. Lynyrd Skynyrd. I know a bit. Harry Chapin, I know a little bit. Guy Clark and Van Halen, EVH, we love him. I got Rita, Chris, Keith Sykes, and Country Joe. When he was singing with the Fish You Know, I got Emmy Lou, U2, and Arlo, James Taylor. Jimmy Rogers, Hank Williams, Mojo Nixon, Hendrix, like Jimi Hendrix, right? Haggard, and a whole lot more in that dusty old pile of vinyl records I got sitting on my floor. You know what I always appreciate when I listen to like interviews of singers, artists, whoever, is just knowing what their influences were. Because as much as I love to, look at my own library of music as more of a listener as opposed to a performer, I find it so much more interesting when I get to hear like what are the inspirations of my own favorite artists and how did that family tree of influence lead them to the kind of music that they produce and create. To me, it is so amazing because the ecosystem of music and its own creation, I don't know if there are like disciplines out there that study the evolution of music in this regard. Maybe it's musicology, but shout out Prince. I love it, and I love that he's just paying homage to them all as well. It's like not only just referencing who he listens to and what he enjoys, but when another artist is doing that, that is simultaneously appreciating their work. I'm sure songs of Todd Snider now are going to be written, produced, and performed. Wow. True. He's a true just lover of music. Let's keep going. We're going to check out Hey Pretty Boy from the Elmo, Buzz, and the East Side Bulldogs. Already more of like a rockabilly style.
Nobody sounds like they're telling the truth. Say what you want about old boys. Maybe crazy, but it's laughing all the way.
Franklin where? Franklin, Indiana? Oh yeah. I love the energy in this. And what a different vibe from his radio performance there. Wow, that's the sax solo. I swear I thought that was an electric guitar solo, the way it sounded. When the camera panned, it gave it away, but... The call and response now. I guess we had that throughout. There's something about that like rockabilly sound, especially with everybody playing on that stage here, that immediately gets you into the vibe. I think it's because there's like a mixture of that fast tempo and it's the rocking like power chord sound that just like keeps you chugging along. It's not like heavy in the sense of like if you compare it to your average like hard rock or metal song, which that's a big part of my musical listening background is heavy metal and rock. So it's like a sort of curved version of that sits a little bit higher up in the mix. It feels brighter and it feels like more almost like staccato in certain moments where like each of the strums of the guitar are meant to just outline the chord rather than like serve you're always outlining the chord, but you're creating the rhythmic subdivision rather than creating a different chord progression, let's say. Because in this track in particular, you can hear maybe two distinct transitions between chords. You hear the differences and they sit above and below and above and below, but the movements are very subtle and that's all it takes. Because then now you're just chugging along, the drums are keeping you there, and the energy from the sax, the singers, that's what it's all about. I feel like this is the exact kind of song where you have beer in hand, you're just vibing along with everybody in that audience and on that stage. This kind of music, in a weird kind of sense, even though like the players on stage are playing, it feels more collaborative with the audience. Because if nobody else was vibing along to it, like I feel like that energy may fall flat. But here it is almost like a positive feedback loop where they hype it up on stage and the audience hypes it back. And then you raise that floor in the venue, and it just good vibes all around. That's Elmo, Buzz, and the East Side Bulldogs. I also wonder where they got this name from, but that's funny. Let's check out the last song here from the Hardworking Americans, Run a Mile.
The small working farmer earns his living on the land. The small farmer has a big stake in the life of America.
Immediately love this tempo. There's that heavy footing to this. Some of the lyrics are hard to make out here. I gotta pull them up on the side. Wash away or drown. Run a mile to the river. Wow. That chorus has a whole new meaning now. I'm gonna wash away or drown. That's so ominous. He's just having fun on that stage, man. That's what it's all about. His energy is always infectious, you know? That's what I felt at the Bizkirk and Chun-Li performance that I saw. He just has everybody in the palm of his hand. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo. No, I gotta run that back. I gotta run that part back. What a solo. That whole build into this slow moving drop. I love everything about it. What a high moment. That was a transition? Is it a different performance set? Maybe not. Oh yeah, the snow over here has been bad too. I love that solo. Again, this tempo too. What a great look. I love it. Just let the effects and feedback ride. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Run a Mile did it for me. Oh. Dude. It's sad, man. Losing greats like this. And there's a there's a quote. It's more of a contemporary quote. I'm definitely going to butcher it, so I'll just paraphrase to the best of my ability. I don't even know who said it, but it went something along the lines of, you only really know, like, start to like discover certain artists and talent, or start to like even look into them after they're gone. Their art is what's left behind, and then that's the way you get to kind of reimagine their spirit and remember them by. You don't have the ability to converse with them. Maybe now with the advent of technology, we have videos and interviews and performances that bring us back to certain time and places, but you can never truly sit in a room with Todd the way we could have literally, 2 months ago. It's uncanny to think about. And I mean, I guess such is life, that we have to learn how to deal with loss and grief and find ways to keep moving forward, and also honoring their memory, because that's what's real. The moment they aren't remembered is the moment that they're gone forever. Great people should not be forgotten. Their memory should be admired. And art and music is such a beautiful way to capture that spirit. I mean, I'm sure we'll be listening to Todd in this way for years to come. And the thing about it too, if you think about like what true performance actually is, the reason why even at the beginning of this video I brought up like his honest performance, his ability to just be real with you, is because that is what you get every time you hear him. It's his real authentic self. So when we listen back, that is just the real him. There's no caricature, there's no fiction to it. That's just who he is. He's just a very real, down-to-earth person who says it like it is. It's sad. It's sad to lose a person like that. If you have stories of Todd that you would like to share, please do so in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed spending this time with me today, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, my friends. Take care of yourselves, and peace.